Hey everyone, I'm gonna have to talk a little bit louder because I have the fan on. Fan. I just bought it today because it's 92 here and I'm just dying. It's so hot. I got my Pururuwaka paper back today and I got an A on it, which was very exciting because the teacher that is teaching that class is basically Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter. To get an A from her, really, it's one of those teachers where it means something when you get an A from them. I was very excited about that. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about today. Today, for my 99th video, I wanted to talk to you about the principles of the Staycation. 2 videos ago, I posted my footage from the New England Aquarium, which I went to with my friend Julie on Sunday. I didn't have any homework this weekend, so she came up from Connecticut and we just decided, you know what, we're going to have a vacation in Boston. We went to this thing called Tomb, which is essentially Legends of the Hidden Temple. I don't know how many of you will get that reference. It's like an Indiana Jones theme park thing, only it's just like a series of 4 rooms, but it's this whole adventure where you have to find the right stones to push in on the walls and they light up and you have to go through a maze, and it's kind of this archaeology nerdy thing, but it's so much fun. It isn't just for archaeologists. And then afterwards we went to lunch at the Asgard, which I chose particularly because it sounds like something from Lord of the Rings, and it's this Irish restaurant where I got an Irish dip, which is a French dip, only the little saucy stuff is made with Guinness. It tasted very, very good. Still didn't drink though. I still count that as not drinking. Afterwards, we went to the aquarium, and if you haven't watched that video yet, we had a lot of fun. Lots of sharks, jellyfish. I really am not that annoying in person. It's just when you put me in something like that, I basically become a 4th grader. I love fish and aquariums. And after that, we went to Cheesecake Factory for dinner. And that was very nice. I really encourage all of you to take a staycation. I know they were talking about this in the media for a while, where it's like, no one's going to be able to go anywhere this summer. If you live in, like, a big enough town or live, like, an hour or 2 away from one, go there. I guarantee there are things you've never done. I've lived here for 8 months. I've barely even scratched the surface of all the things you can do in Boston. There's so much stuff. And there's just so much that you don't even know about where you'll drive into it. And, like, we drove into a Little League game. Well, not literally into, but we drove into that, and it was cute just to drive by, and then we would see all the flowers. For some reason, the daffodils are still out, which I love. They're my favorite flower, but it's nearly May, and they shouldn't be out still, at least as far as I'm aware of. So, that is my challenge to you. I want you all to, sometime this summer, take a staycation. Just take 1 day, go with a friend, or I think if you take your family, it'll be a little tricky if you have like a bunch of kids. But if you can just take your husband, your significant other, or just a really good friend, pick two or three things out to do, and then just go for them. And don't limit yourself to things that, oh, I don't know if I'll like this, oh, I don't know if this will be fun, this costs $20, is it going to be worth it? Some things are, like going to the aquarium and seeing all the jellyfish. Some things aren't, like watching the 45-minute IMAX movie in 3D, which was fun, but ended up being a 45-minute PSA on global warming, as narrated by Jim Carrey. We're like, look, it's this gorgeous baby sea dragon, which will die unless you eliminate global warming. You would watch the IMAX, and before the movie even came on, they'd have these things saying, like, these light bulbs are hot enough to power the sun. Well, imagine how much energy those are taking. I imagine Jim Carrey's not too happy with those either. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to you about staycations, and tomorrow I'm going to post my 100th video. What is your theory on staycations? Is there something super fun that you've done in your town that you didn't think would be fun, or that you think other people should know about? If there's a restaurant where you've tried something cool that you would like to share with the world as well. And just in general, how are you keeping cool on this really, really hot summer day? I realize it's not hot everywhere, but it's very hot here. So, as always, let me know what you think.